Guys, it's Sarah with Grassroots Evolution, and I'm here to bring you a monthly message for the sign of Aries for January 2020, baby. It is a 4-year building new, solid, beautiful, beautiful foundations. And if you're new to my channel, welcome. If you guys have been with me for a while, thank you. I love you guys from the bottom of my heart. Honestly, it means the world that you're here. For all my subscribers, and if you're new, please feel free at the end. You know, if this touches your soul, if it resonates with you, please feel free, hit subscribe, join the journey with me. But guys, know that it is a general message, so it may not hit everybody's situation every time. Take what's for you, disregard the rest, and know that no matter what Spirit says, no matter what cards we get, it's still up to you and your active free will and your choices and the steps that you take in this world. So it's sort of your grassroots evolution on how you'd like to get your fulfillment. So I'm going to take a moment to ask Archangel Michael to jump in to guide, bless, and protect myself, this reading, and any of you who would ask for it. If you're asking your angels or your guides into your life, I recommend that you do ask, like for this reading as well, that they're here for your highest good only, delivering messages as well in the clearest form possible for you to understand. I'm also going to ask my team of light to jump in. Alright, so I'm going to bring first a message for Leo for the month of January 2020, and this is from the Mario Dugue Messages of Life Oracle. No, they want me to do it old school. See which one gravitates. Yeah. Okay. Remain in the light, and I believe I just did Taurus, and Taurus had this as well. But remaining in the light, or maybe this wasn't. No, remain in the light wasn't there. It was another one of connecting with the light. So if you're connected with the Taurus as well, but the light was really important. So not disregard that otherwise, but to remain in the light. And this one is beautiful. I actually put this on my fridge for like a year to remind myself. I pulled it, and it was just a daily reminder. So some of you, if you need to put a post-it note or something around saying remain in the light, but this is a really awesome, these are really awesome affirmations to help you remain in the light. No matter what happens, I remain in the light without becoming discouraged or angry. I observe, I take time to think, and calmly and wisely, and I go forward with complete confidence, knowing that I will succeed. I become a strong and solid being of light. One more, please. Thank you. They threw a few at me here. So we have the path of light. Everything changes. Master of my life, trusting, and achievement. So remaining in the light, no matter what disappointments, no matter what trials, tribulations, success, everything, staying in the light, staying in our power. This thing's driving me nuts, sorry guys. So staying in our light, staying in our power, knowing that you don't have to go into the dark place. You can center yourself and ground yourself and sort of work from there. And know as well that it's empowering along this path, along this journey, along you know, your road to becoming a whole, better you and being a happier, healthier version of yourself, that everything changes, and that's okay. That these changes can be soft, and rather than looking at these as daunting, the harder we not refrain or restrain, but the harder we push back against the universe, the harder it is on ourselves when these changes come. So accepting the change with grace and ease, but also knowing that transformation is not easy. It's difficult, it's draining, it hurts sometimes, and it's up to us on how we view this and how we actively participate in our transformation by staying in our power and holding our power and staying in this light. And some of this as well, you could ask Spirit, ask Archangel Michael, Archangel Metatron, I just heard, to enshield you in pillars of light, in bubbles of light, to ensure that you're not taking on darkness. You're just seeing yourself and your aura as light. But trusting as well. I live each situation in the light. I do not dramatize my life, but live in with a sense of humor. I remain in harmony no matter what happens. I am not misled by my ego that incites me to anger and panic. I let go, I trust God, and I remain in touch with His love, thus increasing my inner spiritual strength. Always knowing that you're supported and guided, and trusting as well in the universe, the power of change, planetary alignments as well. Astrology has been really, really important. We are entering some pretty profound times, and what's wonderful is they're profound because you get to participate in it. They're profound because they get to be choices and chances and changes that mean something to you, that you really are the master of your own life. I no longer leave my strength in the hands of my ego. I cease to feed my inferior nature, but make room for the divine presence in me. Thus I become the master of my life anew. I listen to my inner voice and act in accordance with my own truth. I live in abiding humility, grace, and love for the glory of God. When you follow your own truth, when you follow your own truth and you remain in the light, you refuse to absorb negativity, you achieve balance and achievements. You achieve your goals. Your manifestations have more power as well. I advance on the road of achievement in order to discover myself. In spite of difficulties, I achieve my objects and embrace life. Faith is my strength. I believe in myself and my true potential. With the simplicity of a child and the wisdom of an old wise man, I move forward for my own sake. I live without fear because I will always be in good company on this journey towards the light. We come from the light, we return to the light, and we can live in the light. We have our souls, our light bodies. We can harness that light. We can literally glow. If any of you guys, I'm thinking Stardust, actually. The movie Stardust with, it's Claire Danes. It's not Claire Danes. Gwyneth Paltrow. And when she's the star and she's happy, she's just glowing. It's like gonna glow through the meat suit. Okay? Connecting with heaven, knowing that you are on a path, but throughout this whole thing, throughout everything that happens, remain in the light, okay? Can look at things that with the wonder of a child and set your goals and your intentions there. A lot of people can tell you, why try, why do these things, why try and do this stuff, because it's not going to work. Why put your energy in there? And for some of us, it's like, don't stop me. Because if there's something that you know you can do, if there's a change and a positive change you know you can affect on your path, on that social justice, soul warrior kind of thing, make the ripples, make the waves, bring the changes, be the change. And that all starts with you, all accepting every time again in the smallest and the largest scales of emotional reactions. That when we may have prior to our enlightening or prior to working through our magic and peeling off all the crap that wasn't supposed to be there, if before stress or angry outbursts have caused problems, or it's been a reaction, staying in the light means that, hey, bubbling myself, shielding myself, breathing, calmly observing my situation, knowing I don't have to react in any certain way, but always coming from love and light and how I would want my love to emanate to the world. That every time is change. So it's the same thing as when anxiety hits. If we remain in the light, it's a little easier to not have as much, because we know that we can put ourselves in the light as well, and that this is not going to derail me. This is not going to bring darkness. I am a fully capable and powerful being within my own skin. I'm going to bring a message here from the Work Your Light Oracle, guys. My hair was really driving me nuts, and sorry for the beginning. And then it brought so many laughters because this cards are saying have a sense of humor, and at the same time it's like, my hair's everywhere. That's allowing some transformation and just going with it, because gotta let go of ego sometimes, right? And there's a whole lot of ego that's got to strip for this transformation, and for all of us to become more whole, complete versions of ourselves and remember what we're here for. Divine plans and missions are also, oh, I heard set in stone, but you know what? There's things that we're here for that may have been pre-written, predestined, but how you get there, there's still you. We've had choices that we're gonna make, and I feel like this is soul contract stuff before you jump in here on the experiences that you're gonna do and what you need to, karmic lessons, karmic retributions, things that you need to do before you're ready to be able to take these leaps of faith. Before I forget as well, while I was shuffling the cards, what was it? This Nine of Swords came out twice, and this is often nightmare, being fearful, and I heard a 10-year cycle. So if this resonates for any of you guys, if there's been something that it's been afraid to work through some of this stuff, afraid or fear of the knowledge or whatever it is, if there's been a nightmare for the past 10 years or just something that has drained your energy, what I heard before this is there's major endings to that, okay? Major turn of the wheel. So that's your time to shine, your transformation. I just didn't want to forget that. I wrote it down. So things are changing at a cellular level, deep healing. And as we do this each time, we're rewriting our genetic makeup and the script of our soul in our bodies. We are rewriting ourselves to be more peaceful warriors and more peaceful people. And they want me to bring you the book for transformation. So this is by Rebecca Campbell. Anyone interested? My good friend, my dear friend, lent me this, and I really liked it, and I got it for myself because I feel like it's something awesome to work into this. So let's see here. All right. Things are changing at a cellular level. You are not who you were a year ago or who you will be soon. You are in between, emerging, half risen, half falling. Keep doing the work. You are transforming. You will look back at this with awe. So much is happening in your inner world and within your cells. It's time to release old ways of being that have kept you in fight, flight, freeze mode. To choose a new way of being where trauma is not the driving force. Old childhood patterns are rising up to be healed as you allow yourself to observe them and feel them without attachment. They loosen their grip and fall away. You are being called to find new ways to self-soothe. Saturn and the Black Madonna and the African goddess Oshun influence this card. Saturn represents destruction and transformation. The Black Madonna represents the underground and all that has been cast aside. And Oshun represents the tender love of the original mother. A rethreading is happening, healing at the deepest levels. While you are in this phase, don't put yourself under pressure to perform. You may need to review your relationship with your body, perhaps even shifting your diet or exercise regime, or getting energetic healing support. You may also need to consider some kind of emotional support, as issues from your childhood may come up to be healed. You are deeply, deeply loved. Don't forget that. So to work through this, something you can say, and you can put your hand over your heart. I allow myself to